What you're about to watch is a live reaction from the samurai himself about a trailer that recently came out. Of course, he just woke up from his sleep, but the reaction would tell all once you watch the video. So for now, I'll give my analysis further after you see the reaction. But for now, enjoy the trailer. Alright guys, I've just woken up. It's 3:15 p.m. on Monday the 27th of August 2018. My friend sent me a text which woke me up. He said you need to download this video because it might interest you. So curiosity did pique me and I just woke up. So I'm posting a live reaction right now as we speak. Do apologize for the small tone, but I want to know what this surprise is. So without further ado, let's see together, shall we? Sega. This is already interested me with the scenery. Lizard Cube. Emu. Oh god, them sneakers. Is it him? Oh, he looks really rugged, but it looks like Axel. It is Axel! Holy smokes! Hello Blaze, so good to see you. Man, is this real? Man, this graphics and artwork looks pretty damn awesome. Burn Knuckle! Streets of Rage 4, my goodness me. Well, I'm awake now, to say the least. As you can tell, my voice started getting higher and higher during that trailer, but I'm so happy. 24 years waiting, and it's back. You know what? I can't really go into too much detail because at the moment my brain's not functioning right now. It's just this live reaction at best. I can't really give analysis when my brain's not fully functioned, so you'll have to tune in tomorrow when I upload the video on the 28th of August, and I'm gonna go to work at giving analysis and whatnot about it. So tomorrow it will be live uploaded, and I'll give my reaction when I'm fully awake. But SamuraiT-X is signing out, and I'm ready to go to work at giving my analysis for this game review trailer. The more it's called, it's not really a gameplay trailer, but yeah, I'll be giving my full analysis on the game. So I'll see you tomorrow. 24 years. Yes, 24 years since we saw the last official Streets of Rage game being Streets of Rage 3. Since then there has been remakes made by fans. Of course, Sega debunked them rather quickly. And, well, other attempts have been made to save the series during these 24 years. But now, 24 years later, Monday, the 27th of August, 2018, what a time it was to be awake, alive, and stop what you're doing just to watch a 54-second reveal trailer of Streets of Rage 4. And it's canon, everybody. Streets of Rage 4 is officially a thing. It's time to celebrate because we have one of our favorite beat-em-up franchises back. So, let's go through all what we know from just seeing a reveal trailer. So, this game is going to be collaborated with .emu. Sega will be joining along with them to be making this game. Lizard Cube, which is the they did work on Wonder Boy 3, the Dragon's Trap remake, and it was a fantastic one. Guard Crush, who worked on an indie tribute that looked like Streets of Rage, called Streets of Fury. It has its own fans, of course, so for me, it's in good hands. I like to think this game is in very good hands with these three developers because they do know how to make a good game when they see it. And a lot of people said that this game looks like a Flash game just from looking at a review trailer. That it may do, but let's be honest, you gotta defend it because of the fact that they're making a different approach, you know. They could have just easily went with nostalgia like they did with Sonic Mania, but of course Sonic Mania was one of the reasons why everything's coming back into fruition, like Shenmue and whatnot, because you know, Sonic Mania's success was definitely a brilliant one, let's be honest. But What I'm trying to say is we really should be not too critical of the art style, because you got to move with the times. You got to appeal to other audience, you know. You can't. Yes, Streets of Rage appeals to us old school people that you know, like the game for its 16-bit and the music and whatnot. Yes, we do like it, but you know, I'll give you an example why we shouldn't rely on nostalgia too much. Here's an example: Double Dragon 4. That game was high on expectations. They went with nostalgia, and in fact, what did it do? It bombed for a specific reason, for relying on it way too much. So unfortunately for Double Dragon 4, it failed. So Streets of Rage 4 has decided to make a different approach with the art and with the gameplay itself. Just from small snippets we saw, it looked amazing for me anyway. The special moves is still there. With the ground upper, Blaze still has a spinning kick. But anyway, speaking of Blaze, her appearance did change just a bit. She only added the jacket, otherwise, well, she went back to wearing red, because in Streets of Rage 3, she was wearing grey. Is it grey or white? Either way, she was wearing grey or white, and she wasn't wearing a jacket, so she's gone back to her Streets of Rage 2 appearance by wearing red, and by adding a leather jacket to it. So that looks she looks pretty cool. Axel, like I said, he looks rugged and whatnot, but he looks pretty cool himself. But the special moves are still there. You still saw minions like Garcia, Yellow Signal, Big Ben, Electra near the end of the trailer, but we did not see favorites like Shiva or Mr. X. And of course, Mr. X must be around, because that dude just never dies and never stays in prison. He always finds a way to break out. Will we be playing as Rue and whatnot? I don't know. It's only just a reveal trailer, but likely down the road we'll probably see more characters being revealed, maybe. I guess many would say, where's Adam? I guess that's a good point, but I wouldn't get too angry, because it's only just a reveal trailer, so there will be more news along the way, which I will be covering as the more news I'll be going on goes out. I will be going on their website, streetsforrage.com, for me to get some screenshots and whatnot, and then talk about them as we go along. But there's one place that I would like to go to in terms of Streets of Rage 4. I would like to visit the Pine Pot, because we always start outside the Pine Pot. There's always been the Pine Pot outside every game I've played, and I'm thinking, how comes we have never been in the Pine Pot? You know, I've always wanted to go in the Pine Pot, so maybe Streets of Rage 4 will be the first time we enter Pine Pot. I don't know, but I would love to enter the Pine Pot just to see and whatnot, because I just want to know what it looks like. You just see the neon, you always see that neon sign, and you just think, can we go in there and fight, or can we go in there and just throw them in there or something, just do something with the Pine Pot? But yeah, that was an interesting Easter egg, for me to say the least. Another thing everybody keeps clamoring about on Twitter, and I kind of agree, is that these game developers should bring in Yuzo Koishiro and Motohiro Kawashima to do the music, because without them, we wouldn't have really enjoyed Streets of Rage trilogy as much as we did. The music was a big part of us enjoying the game. Of course, the game was brilliant itself, but the music just made it even more better, because we were dancing to it and kicking butt with it. So I would like to see Yuzo Koishiro and Motohiro Kawashima make a return. For sure, I would. I'm not the only one in minority to agree with that statement. Of course, we have no idea when there will be a release date or what consoles they will be released on, but I'm gonna guess that they will probably put it on every console: the Switch, the PC, Xbox One, PS4, because they want money out of this, of course. So there's no point in not putting it on just putting on one console. That'll just be stupid and losing out on a lot of money. So I think they'll put it on every console, from PC to Xbox One to PS4 and whatnot. So that's about it for me in the release dates and release consoles anyway. I think they'll put it on all four. As for the release date, I don't know. It takes time to develop a game, I suppose. I don't want them to rush it, so take as much time as you need. That's all I can say about that, because I don't want them to rush the game and then it will be a failure, because that'll just be miserable. Because everybody's expectations, well, not everybody's, but most people's expectations for this game is very high, considering there's a lot of Streets of Rage fans out there. I'm one of them, but try not to make your expectations too high, because You know, there's lots of times we've had expectations high for specific games and then they disappointed us. So we do not want another Sonic 4 on our hands, you know. And I give Sonic 4 as an example because everyone was hyped for Sonic 4 and then it just disappointed, you know, to the point where Sonic 4 was cancelled. So we don't want Streets of Rage 4 to end up as bad as Sonic 4. So do give these developers some time and try and be low on your expectations, because the lower your expectations is at least you won't be too upset if the game doesn't go to plan. But of course I'm believing in these developers because they've made some very good games. Emu has made some good mobile games. Yeah, it's been some mixed reactions, but most of them are pretty damn good games. I can't name all of them, but Streets of Rage 4 is in very good hands. And personally for me, before I go, I do wish the developers the best of luck with this game, because many have been waiting for this game to get a fourth installment since 1994, of course. Many have tried and got it cancelled, and now many fans have been given some hope now that this reveal trailer has happened, and expectations will be high, but try not to be cracking under pressure because of the namesake. You know what I mean? Streets of Rage is a very big name for Sega, of course, because Sega's franchise, well, Sega made a great franchise out of Streets of Rage, and there's been many good games out there from Sega, but what I like to say is that, of course, many of us would want to see games like Golden Axe, Rise Star, Vector Man, Comic Zone, and so on to be made. But of course, Sega is slowly, if you notice, they're slowly getting our favorites out of you know, retirement or on hiatus and bringing them back. So I wouldn't be surprised if they bring back Golden Axe, because or something like that, because it's a very popular game still to this day. Of course, Sega have has hit a jackpot with Sonic Mania and Shenmue. Shenmue has recently come out with remasters and they're making Shenmue 3. So yeah, Sega's really hitting the jackpot with these games, and I hope they can continue, because of course everybody's been wanting Sega to make these games and make them you know, make them a bit nostalgic, but not too nostalgic where they fail. So I do credit these indie developers for actually giving their ambition to try. Of course, they, like us, want to see popular games return. So I give these developers a lot of credit. They do deserve massive credit for what they work through and what they do. But for now, I've rambled for too long, and I don't want this video to be too long. But that's all I have to say. There isn't much to say about the Streets of Rage 4, but do calm your expectations down. That's all I can really say when it comes to Streets of Rage 4, because I don't want you lot to be left disappointed and whatnot, because your expectations were too high for this game. But of course, if you do want to see more future content relating to Streets of Rage, or to see Streets of Rage gameplay in general, because I will be playing the Streets of Rage games over on the road to Streets of Rage 4, but I'm personally excited for this game, because it's been 24 years since the last Streets of Rage game, but my expectations isn't too high because it's only just a reveal trailer, and I don't want high expectations, because the more high expectations you have, like I said, you will be left disappointed sometimes. So yeah, it's best you try and lower your expectations a bit, but do be patient with these game developers, and do support them, because it means a lot to these game developers that they're producing this game for us. But this will be it for me. Of course, I'll be covering Streets of Rage 4 news. The more they show more screenshots and more reveals, I will be covering it. So if you do want to see more of that, hit the subscribe button. Do share it with your friends, and why not share this with your friends to know that Streets of Rage 4 is officially a thing. It's alive. Streets of Rage is back. So do share this with your friends and let everybody know that Streets of Rage is back. But for now, this is SamuraiT-X signing out for this video. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next Streets of Rage video, where hopefully they'll give us more news and I'll be covering it. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day.